So what made you actually join the British Titanic Society?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I guess it's because my family have always been involved with the sea, in the Navy, building boats, way back right back to the 16th century. And I do believe in that adage that you get salt water in your blood. So I think even as a child, I remember the first thing I did, I think I was about 12, and I drew a big picture of Titanic on a roll of wallpaper, on the inside roll of wallpaper. I don't know why. I didn't know whether that was a premonition but that's how it started. Then I got interested in maritime history, I say 25, 30 years ago. And it developed from there to the point where one day I discovered the British Titanic Society, which was in 2017. Well, the following year I was co-opted onto the committee, and ever since I've been heavily involved in the organisational side. I'm currently vice chairman, and that's really the history of it.
And in your role as vice chairman, you mentioned types of things you did. Can you go into what sort of jobs you have? I know you do the ADB, if you can talk about that.
Yep, we have a member. The British Titanic Society has a worldwide membership, and as part of their membership, they receive what we call our quarterly official journal, and it's named the Atlantic Daily Bulletin. Supposedly, there was a journal published on board Titanic called the Atlantic Daily Bulletin, but nobody's ever seen one, so I think it's a bit of a rumour and a myth. So that's the name of our journal. Comes out every quarter, 43 pages, full colour. And inside are articles by historians, authors, on general maritime topics, principally Titanic, of course, or the Olympic class liners. And I say that takes up a lot of my time. The research, we try to keep it fresh. We try not to regurgitate stuff that's already been published. And it seems to be a big hit with our members.
Brilliant. And if I'd not known the British Titanic Society, or let alone known what conventions are about, what is a British Titanic Society convention?
Okay. People that join the British Titanic Society are obviously like-minded in some degree, all have a passion for Titanic, whether they like the technical side, we call them the rivet counters, the romance that goes with the Titanic story, the fact that at the time it was the most innovative, largest liner afloat. And people have their interest in various sort of aspects of that. Some like the love stories. And also, Titanic itself was almost a microcosm of Edwardian society. The class system in the late Victorian, early Edwardian period was very defined, very definitive. Hence, on the ship you had first class, second class and third class. And I think members like to share their passions, so we get together once a year. We try and choose a venue that's got a Titanic-related connection. A couple of years ago we were in Belfast, last year we were in Liverpool, now we're in beautiful Cobh, which was Queenstown, and this is where Titanic set off on the last leg of its maiden voyage. And unfortunately 2 days later she sank, as we know. So we get together once a year. I think we generally get about 100, 120 people attending from all over the world. Historians, authors, people just have a general interest in Titanic. So there's lots of conversations. We have some heated debates about certain of the myths of Titanic. And it's just a good time to get together, really.
Fabulous. And finally, what's your favourite Titanic story?
My favourite Titanic story? That's a very good question. My favourite Titanic story. I think my main interest is really about the technical side of Titanic, the engineering. I think that's where my real passion is. But there are so many stories, I can't really pick one, to be honest.